To give this up would be a monumental defeat. One smoke for the top pond, though, and Shush underneath the balcony, unable to find anything. So EG, they're going to find this space on A.
Good start. Bomb plant to follow, trying to sneak out. He's actually made it. Nobody saw another swing from down. Can't believe he hit the follow-up headshot on the breeze. That looked like it was going to be way too difficult. 3 versus 4, and Stoun's made it possible. Tessus will try and cement the round right here, and Hex is fighting his way back in, out in the open with the Glock. It's all on Nealon, and he's going to be able, well, he doesn't even reload, just go straight for it. 10-second defuse, though, on the other side, and it doesn't even matter. Tess is guarding that bomb defuse.
On top of that, the second kill is where it's really impressive here to swing onto that player that's coming out from Palace. They throw the same top, mid, and window smokes, and now they are pressing out. It's not a retake. They want to take it on the first go this time around, and it works for them. 2 kills in their name.
Yeah, not the slow approach from the previous round, and payoff for now. Bomb is quite far back, so someone obviously going to be in charge of picking that up, and they still haven't committed to much of anything. So far, they've just, I think, situated automatic deep in the connector. It's such an incredible position. If you can get anyone from the T side in there early on, you can start to play the whole rest of the round just basically pivoting off this position. 3 versus 5, and Heroic, what are they going to do? It looks like they're just not moving around that much. They're kind of frozen a little bit in time on the map.
This is where you would usually expect Heroic to make some kind of proactive play. Say now and then they'll go for a heavy stack, a gamble, to try to at least bolster their numbers on one side of the map. And they offer a very passive approach. 2 towards B, Yabby towards CT spawn. A bit tough to expect this one to find a victory, especially when Breeze is on the prowl. 1 kill for him, taking down Cadian, and he snipes Shush. Well-placed headshot right through the wall, but oh, wait a second. They're making their way to A.
Yeah, they are heading for it, but Hex is going to find that shot, even if he didn't. Yeah, I was worried. On this round, well done. First round on the board for EG. And you know, when I see that kind of mechanics coming up from Breeze, that could easily be the X factor here, because we did see it at least from one of the maps the last time that they played, that Breeze was showing up.
I love you! Those mid smokes, but it is an A play.
Yes, it is. Deagle close, that's a nice shot. So satisfying when you get those 1 deeks up close. But the rest of it is going to be more difficult. Nealon hunting down Tessus, denying any kind of a retreat coming through. The bomb is on the site. Cadian can win this round. He does have the AK picked up. Not out of kit right now. That smoke, ooh, he would have loved a fight that he could have won right away, but they just make it very difficult. And the problem with that is, now, not only they get the bomb plant, but they can move out, they can spread out behind it. And I think Cadian is recognizing, too, it's not worth it. Hang out instead. So a second round, as the scoreline's going to be 3-2, still in favor of Heroic. But even after this, their money is obviously going to be completely trashed.
They forced.
Yep.
And it didn't work out for Heroic. Quick A pop. You could see the conditioning, though. There is another clear game plan for Evil Geniuses in this one.
Yeah.
Every single round, smoking top mid, smoking window, keeps the opponents in the dark. It forces Heroic to likely expend utility on that are aggressing, but they're going to do it with nades, and EG know that. So as soon as they hear those sort of nades, that push towards mid happening, they know that they can
make their way through this round. Oh, nice position to be boosted up on top. Only real problem is if you're going to get a peek from the underpass, but so far so good. And they're actually going to try and double down, see if they can go and pick up that rifle, which they have. Oh, this is a really huge success right now. EG, high pressure round. Let's see if they can fight their way out of this one.
Breeze spots him, but no, Cadian is able to win the fight with that saved AK. And things are so awkward now for EG. They're just trying to put things together, but it feels like Heroic have already settled into their defense. They took so much space away at mid, left a couple of stragglers here and there, and EG, they're left chasing ghosts. And this is just such a tough situation. Well done by Heroic to be so aggressive. It's a round that typifies their play style, and it nets them a victory that they probably shouldn't have found.
Smart move from Wiz to throw away the AWP, and he comes back with a burst fire. Fair play. Regardless, one trick to start the round with, and then a bunch of solid decisions afterwards that just made it work. Also, in this fight against Breeze, I think Yabi's holding. They steal that last round and pick up an AWP even if they couldn't save the other one. Breeze walks right into that one, and it starts the round off very well for the CT side.
Nice opener from Cadian. Obviously was able to get it done with the rifle in the previous. This time wielding his signature weapon, and it works in his favor. Good spawn, good peek, everything for Cadian there. And now Yabi wants to keep pressing the issue. 5 versus 4. Generally speaking, don't always need to make a play here, but you can see that there are a couple players behind him at mid, and he just wants to hold on to this position. So Automatic has to be careful on his approach, or this is going to be another freebie. And it does look like Yabi will win that fight. Now it's a single-pronged attack for the side of EG. They're just trying to get out, but okay, 2 kills go their way.
That is so much more success than they should have had, given the scenario in this round. Easily, Heroic could have said, let's just play this 3-on-5 for the retake instead. Let's just even fight it. But they managed to think out a double kill, and now it's a 3-on-3. I'm so confused. EG, if they win this round, that's actually a bit unforgivable on the side of Heroic. This should never really be a big question. It's what we were talking about earlier in terms of minimizing mistakes. If they've made one here, Heroic, maybe it's going to come back to haunt them. Bomb is already ticked quite far, and Yabi's trying to sneak through, but nailing, he's able to spot it. Tessus is down, and EG, after giving up a round of their own, they take one back. And that is surely going to be a little bit shocking to Heroic.
Heroic tried getting back into that round with a huge gimmick. Tessus smoking off his teammate in Yabi. And in fact, I bet Neelan's feeling pretty good about it. I think this is going to look pretty silly if we see Neelan's perspective when he gets this kill right here onto Yabi. It was just free. Yabi's in a gray screen right there. There was no hope for him to actually win that fight.
I felt this whole way, and he's going to see the setup as well. So, yeah, if they didn't know already, they have every read at the moment. Stound's going to be good for only the one, but what a line.
But still, love the confidence. But I also think that the way that Tessus played this was fantastic. There's the peak, the timing. It's always up to that cap.
They're not really committed to spotting it yet, but they have a pretty good read that nothing is going on. And it seems like it's just going to be pure timing. Walking up onto the site, and a very curious peek there. Cadian gets shot in the face. The flashbang also setting it up nicely. And Stound just has to live, but he's worried about the flashes coming around the corner. Good for the one, and even better for the double. Taking out Breeze, 3 versus 4. Wiz, he's out in the open, and when you miss shots, it's just going to be so dangerous. Yabi showing up right as the smoke clears, and he will mow them down.
Oh, okay. Chance for Automatic here, but with 15 seconds and that HP, rather unlikely, unless he's presented opportunities like that, but does not look like he actually wants to commit to this one. So this will be a round for Heroic, and I just want to say, Stound stayed alive for so long, and I think 3 separate people from EG took cracks on him, and they just couldn't get the kill. Good shots from Stound, good movement, positioning, all working in his favor.
Yeah, a huge round in that sense for him. Inside of the bomb site, which is, and the boost up in the corner, I mean, it's very difficult. If Tessus lives for 5 seconds once this is going on, everyone's going to be looking at him, and no one will be looking for the boost. That's actually a teammate, and he goes up. Hex with a nice headshot, but there's the boost into play. Tessus still at the back here, and he's just done everything right. 3-man setup at the B bomb site, and they shut it down. It's very difficult to do anything. Shush going to be moving forward. Rifles around the corner. He picks up the one, and Stound is there for the follow-up. He's, yeah, distracted from that shot, even though it wasn't even close to him, I think, but just the fact that he had to look away might have given him a bit of an edge in the last fight. 3 versus 3 now. Tess is hiding inside of the bomb site. He's flashed, but nobody is peeking him. He's just waiting it out. Wants a double if he could get it. Gonna pick up that one, and because you could tell there was no delay between those 2 kills, Hex walks right into the shot. And Automatic now on his own with 35 seconds. He's looking for it. He knows where one of them is. Might have a good eye read on the second player too. And he's trying to get as close as he can. But he's been spotted. And he's been brought down as well.
And yeah, just nothing going the way of EG in this half. After that beginning, it's just been lights out. Early spot there from Cadian. Noticed Neelan. And Neelan, he's trying to draw this distraction. But now everybody from EG coming out A.
Yeah, Shush almost getting caught on the ledge, but he's still here. And now they're just jiggling to try and take over fights left and right. They're feeling really confident right now, Heroic. Some of these fights, I don't even think are really necessary, but they're doing it anyway. Just absolute boldness coming out. Wiz in the back on his own, and he gets hunted down 12-3.
Effort for Heroic And it's going to have to just be Hex on this hold.
Yep, entirely on his own. They're streaming down. The flashbangs on top, and he should be dead. Even the one kill there would have been difficult to get with that amount of grenades coming through. Quick bomb plant to follow it up, and it's a 4-on-4. There is a long flank coming in from Breeze, so there may be a chance for them to do something if and only if the market side of this retake can actually cause a distraction. Because you can see Stown is looking for it. So they need somebody here to distract him, just pull his eyes into the bomb site. Wiz might be the guy to do it. He's at least close, and it's automatic with a headshot. There comes Breeze on the flank, and this retake is looking sick right now. Breeze gets the double.
Comfortable just yet, but obviously we heard a little bit of yelling. That's going to continue.
Nice! We get to play more CS!
A lot of work if you get off rolling nicely, so give them a benefit of the doubt and see what they can bring us here, although this is concerning. You can see the panic in Hex. There is no idea where to go, and he gets run down once again. Shush crouching into that spray, takes down Breeze, and he pre-fires the next one. I'm not even sure how he did that. He just knew Neelan was going to be there, and they find the kill on automatic, so Heroic unimpressed by that kind of a buy-up.
Hex just said that they're going to be able to play more CS. It might just be one more round. We'll see, obviously, but just hunted down in that bomb site. Hex, a man that you would have said in the prior maps was a stable pair of hands, but it has been tough for him to find that sort of form here on Mirage. Heroic comprehensively defeating him in this round and the first half.
It's actually a mistake I see less now, sort of all the time when people are anchoring the B bomb site on this map is they would do the jump spot, or they would just generally get warning that there was going to be some sort of a B attack with a flash going over, and it felt like sort of fall back into the side and not really sure, and they're getting flashed all over. It just feels like you don't have a lot of time. Even a second more is just, it's too much.
Need to have that decision tree mapped out before the action even comes your way. Look at this, though. EG, they've placed 3 people on this B bomb site. Wiz only able to get the 1, though. Breeze lies in wait, though, and this might be the X factor here, unless Tessus, it's a blinder like that.
And you can contrast that with the other round that we had, with Tessus was in the back by the bench, and the whole idea is you must stay alive back there to really activate the boost position, because they just wiped out everything else. So there was, even if they get that one on Tessus, they probably still win the round, Heroic. They just had so much control.
Sometimes just maintaining those crossfires is more important than finding your frag.
Yeah.
It's all right now, the head-to-head for EG and Heroic, well, assuming Heroic wins this, would be 3-3. So we need a single BO1 decider, best of 7, to actually split the teams. But this is obviously the game that matters more in respect to the groups. This is the game that can move Heroic to the group final, where Vitality is awaiting them, and this would send EG down into the lower bracket, or and it's tough. You don't want to
Heroic Vitality, though. You're teasing me. That is a really cool game.
I know, right?
I want that to happen.
As do I. It's gonna be a good one.
A minute on the clock for this one, and almost out of grenades on the CT side. So if you're wondering why is Heroic waiting around this, I mean, this is one part of what it does. There's 1 smoke, 2 flashbangs left for the CT to try and defend with, and that's just based off the clock and obviously off the economy as well of EG. When you know it's already low, why not wait a couple of more seconds? Some grenades are being thrown out. Cadian is halfway across the map, so he's going to be a little bit late to the party. The rest of them, they're ready to kick it off here. 35 seconds, and they are starting to make their way up. Tetris Neelan not getting tested in the sandwich, and he's going to pick up 2 great shots. Finally gets run down, but the trading right now is favoring EG. Oh, okay. Nicely done.
Nice push from Wiz there. 2 kills, and there we go. EG holding on off the back of Neelan finding the early double. You can already hear that these players are typing to each other.
Yeah, hopefully it's more trash talk, but we can't tell at the moment. Cadian already giving up on the round. I'm assuming that if they would have actually...
No, the opening hold here was great from Neelan. Sandwich, such a gamble position. Obviously, it's very powerful to defend against any sort of A exec, as we just saw. And Heroic might opt for something a little bit more deep in their approach. It is a mid-hit that they go for. Yabby, opening kill onto Breeze. Stown finding automatic. And man advantage for Heroic. And it is furthered with Shush picking up the off to take down Neelan.
They were so hungry to fight in the middle, and it absolutely backfires on them. and pushing the site. Wiz has to win this fight or he's going to get shot in the back. The rest of the heroic team are coming up behind him, but it doesn't even matter. Cadian, he doesn't need them right now. Hext is on his own to try and hold on to the best of 3, and he's doing a good job. A couple of kills there, but he's very, very low on health. A bullet, and he is out of it, and so is EG behind it. 2 versus 1, and they decide, you know what, let's play this one real safe and go for the bomb plant instead. I don't know what Hex could possibly. I don't think he can yell his way out of this one. Cadian pushed forward. Would love to have that 1 versus 1 between the two right here at the end. And he's going to go for it. No subtlety in this one. Cadian takes him down. And Heroic, they get their revenge. And they bring down EG, taking all